While the relaxing of restrictions in some regions of the world has been a good thing for some cash-strapped property owners, an alarming and unprecedented drop in guest satisfaction has emerged. What caused this guest satisfaction crunch? I will tell you. Hey there, amazing viewers. Enjoy our episodes? Don't just hover around, dive deeper. Hit that subscribe button like it's the key to a treasure chest of bed and breakfast knowledge. And ring that bell like you're summoning fun directly to your screen. Subscribe, ring, and let's keep your adventure rolling. Why has guest satisfaction dropped? Even though demand levels have returned to near pre-pandemic levels, the travel purpose, trip locations, and segment mix is different. Given this, there are 7 possible reasons why satisfaction has declined. Hospitality property type. Travelers are selecting different properties that might have lower satisfaction scores in general, so the hospitality property type drove satisfaction decline. Traveler type. The travelers themselves have changed, or the trip purpose has changed to one that tends to have a lower satisfaction in general, so the traveler type drove the satisfaction decline. While there has been a spike in family travel during the return to period travel, the satisfaction decline held across family travel, couples travel, and business travel, with business travelers experiencing the highest satisfaction decline. The hospitality property experience has changed. The service at most property has changed, so it's something about the stays experience in general that is causing the decline. Travelers did appreciate the opportunity to get out of their homes and enjoy the outdoors and the amenities that were available to them. Unfortunately, the problems they encountered during their stay outweighed any satisfaction gains from being able to enjoy the pool and a quiet room with a view. If properties fixed the issues with cleanliness or dining options, they could raise guest satisfaction to pre-pandemic levels. Fixing issues with customer service would recover half satisfaction decline. The next step is to figure out exactly what went wrong within areas that declined, so owners and managers can put together targeted programs to improve guests' experience. Diving deeper into subtopics under these main drivers can provide insights into exactly what's going wrong. Cleanliness. By far the largest number of mentions and the largest satisfaction decline was within the subtopic clean, referring not to the opposite of dirty, but rather the act of cleaning itself. Since the pandemic, many hospitality properties have cut back on housekeeping visits during the stay, and guests have noticed, remarking that sheets and towels weren't replaced and the trash built up in the room. The concept of a dirty room is the next largest decline in satisfaction, and also an increase in mentions. Guests were noticing things like stains or mold. This seems to indicate that properties were not doing general upkeep on the properties during the slower periods. Unfortunately, due to current labor conditions, many hospitality properties are experiencing a shortage of housekeepers, so many properties are prioritizing post-stay cleanings so they can resell the rooms. This makes sense from a revenue perspective, but a balance needs to be achieved to drive revenue while maintaining satisfaction. Properties should consider a process of using minimal housekeeping hours to provide additional towels, changed linens on request, and solve the issue of trash building up in a room. All housekeeping policies should be clearly and transparently communicated in advance of a stay to a property to set expectations, especially if they're different from what the guests were used to pre-pandemic. Some properties are considering permanently eliminating housekeeping during the stay or offering it by request only. This will reduce the cost of their stay, driving profit, but many guests will notice. You should carefully consider this change before implementing it, and if you do, you need to proactively communicate the policy as guests are making their booking decisions. Dining options. By far the most frequented mentioned topic, although mentioned less than pre-pandemic, was breakfast, and breakfast drove large decline in satisfaction. Many hospitality properties, due to new regulations, are implementing staff restrictions and cost-cutting measures, end up reducing or eliminating breakfast options. Guests noticed and reacted negatively. Tired of the dizzying array of analytics and planning required to enhance your bed and breakfast? We're here to help. Our Crafting the Perfect Stay 25 Essential Insights for Bed and Breakfast Owners is your free ticket to simplicity and success. It's as invigorating as your morning smoothie, loaded with the knowledge you need. Download it now and start creating unforgettable experiences at your B&B place. Despite the fact that some hospitality properties were charging near record rates in some cases, guests weren't complaining about the high prices per se. They were complaining that they didn't receive the value they expect for the price. They're willing to pay the price, but they expected things like housekeeping and breakfast and didn't know that those services were limited. We are not suggesting that you lower price because the services are limited, but you should set the right expectation of service levels. If dining hours are limited or housekeeping isn't available, guests should know prior to arrival, so their expectations will be aligned with the property's offerings. Customer service. Customer service is typically the most important driver of satisfaction, and it declined quite a bit during the return to travel. Perceived friendliness, or a lack thereof, has been a drag on satisfaction. Guests perceive rudeness at times, and these interactions negatively impacted their overall satisfaction. Interestingly, helpfulness has had a positive impact on satisfaction compared to pre-pandemic. It seems that guests do appreciate the pressure staff are under with COVID-19 restrictions and increased demand, so when they have perceived the staff as being helpful, it has had a more positive impact on their overall satisfaction. In conclusion, given the constraints the hospitality industry is still facing, broad stroke solutions are not possible, nor will they likely be effective. Yet, if hospitality property operators don't do something now, they run the risk of damaging their reputation over the long term. Detailed insights from mining guest feedback can help pinpoint interventions that will be most successful in improving and maintaining satisfaction. And that's a wrap of today's episode of Beds, Breakfasts, and Business. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and share with your friends. Remember, it's more than just the comfy beds and delicious breakfasts. It's about crafting an unforgettable experience. Stay inspired and keep those guest books full. Until next time, sweet dreams and sweeter success.